Has this ever happened to you? Your shifter knob breaks and now you can't shift gears properly. Well, you're in luck. We've created a state-of-the-art shifter knob that the world has never seen before.
Please do not repeat what you see in this video. The individuals depicted in the video are trained professionals with a semester's worth of experience in manufacturing. All proper PPE was used in the making of this video. Viewer discretion is advised.
The threaded end of the shifter was a standard English unit size, and the only drill taps available were in metric sizes. So, 1 inch of the threaded end was cut off, and an M8 16mm bolt was welded onto the same end.
Alright, Chris, whenever you're ready, okay?
A few moments later.
That's a little bit crooked, but...
The newly welded bolt and shifter is then grinded down to get rid of the sharp and jagged edges. The shifter knob is made out of an aluminum alloy billet, which needs to be machined down to a proper diameter with the use of a Morisaki manual lathe. The lathe is then used to obtain the rough shape of the shifter knob to be used in a CNC lathe. With the help of a machinist, we were able to safely and accurately mill down the billet to the diameter that we wanted.
1 hour later.
After milling the billet down to the proper diameter, the length of the billet also needs to be reduced before we could throw it into the CNC lathe. So, a bandsaw was then used to cut the billet down to the proper length. With a resemblance to a 1980s Atari video game, the screen from the CNC lathe shows the process that the lathe goes through to machine down the material exactly to the AutoCAD drawing dimensions that we inputted. And as we learned this semester, 80% of the heat generated in machining is through the chips. So, to keep things cool and lubricated, water jets in the CNC lathe spray down the part, rinsing away all the chips as they're sheared off.
Two hours later.
A shifter knob is really of no use if you can't properly grip the thing. That's why we machined in notches. Not only does it give it a great feel, but it makes it look so much cooler than anyone else's shifter knobs. Then, to connect the knob to the shifter, a tapped hole is needed in the knob. But, before you can tap the hole for the shifter, a hole is needed to be drilled into the shifter knob. Once the hole has been drilled, a tab matching the same thread size as the M8 16mm bolt that was welded onto the shifter is needed for proper assembly of the knob and shifter. The knob is then separated from the rest of the billet in what is called a cutoff or parting operation with a manual lathe. Lubricant is also used to cool down the part from the generated heat. Finally, in an operation known as facing, the manual lathe machines the top of the knob to create a smooth and flat surface. And that's it. All that's left to do is screw the knob onto the bolted end of the shifter, and we're back on the road. Can't seem to find that perfect gift for that special someone this holiday season? Well, say no more. Surprise them this holiday with a gift that they'll never forget. A one-of-a-kind shifter knob that can be retrofitted to practically any vehicle. If you'd like to place an order, call now at 1-800-BIG-KNOB. That's 1-800-BIG-KNOB. Call or visit your local engineering campus today.